Hey guys, Dead Plonic here. I'm coming back to you with another one of these videos. I hate doing these, but it has to be done. Um, it's with a heavy heart that I announce that, and it is confirmed that Carl Weathers has sadly passed away. Oddly enough, from old old age, or he was like 78, and he just passed away in his sleep apparently. Now normally I'd be doing this by myself, but because my friend is such a big Carl Weathers fan, I figured I might as well bring along King Orange and have him kind of chime in. Orange, you want to chime in?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Um, this is King Orange. It's nice to see all of you again. I just wish it was under better circumstances.
Yeah. We're not gonna crack any jokes. We're not gonna do anything like that. It's gonna be one of those days. It's bad enough that we've lost so many great actors. I mean, last year we lost Kevin Conroy and Betty White, but this is this is too much. Just this is too much. But let's not stand on ceremony here. For for reference, for us who grew up watching the '80s movies and all that, Carl Weathers was known for playing Apollo Creed in the first four Rocky movies. He also played the lovable character to which a meme was born in the first Predator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I imagine that Arnold himself is going to be very, he's probably going to send condolences and all that, but um, it's funny because Carl Weathers worked with both Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and both of them hated each other. And it's like
It
that.
it is one of those tragic
It
ironies.
is a tragic irony, and as you were explaining to me, Orange, you were telling me is that as if that's not a big enough kick in the balls. The biggest kick in the balls is if you rewatch Rocky 4 and you get to the part where spoilers Apollo dies. Um, yeah. So
Yeah, and of course, one of his more recent roles that everyone that people don't know about may or may not, as since most of this channel bases Star Wars fans. He also played I forget the name of the character. I'm gonna look
Grease,
it up, but
Grease Karga.
yeah, Grease. Yeah, from Mandalorian. So
My God, he's great in that role actually. Now that I think about it, because he actually, he's not like a. I would say he's kind of a semi a neutral character where he's part of a bounty hunter guild, but at the same time he does what he has to get by and he does what's necessary. And I'm just impressed that Carl Weathers, man, Carl Weathers is in a Star Wars project. I mean, I mean, like it's it's not like they didn't have other famous actors in Star Wars. I mean, look at Jack Black, but Carl Weathers was pretty significant from the start, and that that just it was really interesting when I found out who he was. I thought he looked familiar, and then I found out, and I was like, no fucking way, that can't be. And it was like, yeah, it is. And anyway, and the funny thing is also is that I actually rewatched Predator, and I love like everything regarding Dylan and um Dutch's like
Dutch.
yeah Dutch's chemistry, and just that first scene is just it's I don't want to say it's such manly energy, but it is. That's the thing though,
We're
and
never gonna look at it the same way though. That's
yeah,
the only sad thing. We're
yeah,
never gonna look at it the same way.
which is
But
unfortunate. Yeah, because it's funny that when we look at it, Dylan was actually kind of the character that kind of held the team together in some capacity, and it's brilliant, and I particularly like his portrayal in the film, but definitely the film series that got him on the map, I would say, is definitely Rocky. And man, does Carl Weathers look good in boxing shorts. And even like my personal favorite Rocky movie was always Rocky 3 because it has Mr. T in it, which for us boomers, he was a main blank character. He actually played B.A. Baracus in the 18 series, not the movie. And then Mr. T went on to have his own TV show called I Pity the Fool. No joke, this was a real thing. But it was Rocky 3 where Apollo went from a rival Rockies to his trainer and saying, you got to get your instinct back. You got to have that eye of the tiger. And that's funny enough. That's the song that's in the movie. That's the start of the movie. And it's great. And for me, I love Apollo's dry humor, and Carl Weathers did that so well. Like, aren't you gonna ring the bell? Ding, ding. Sorry.
He also, like, he kind of carried that really well in almost all of his projects. He always did a good job at playing like that more comedic side within movies that are more serious. And he knew how to like be comedic in those kind of movies without it coming across as jarring. Like, and that's something that I'll definitely always miss about him. I mean, that's probably, he kind of carries that dry humor even all the way to like even during the Mandalorian show, he had a lot of like funny lines that were just kind of reactions to the situation and all that. So
I do
it's
oh yeah, sorry. I do
no, you're good. You're good.
I do freely admit that Carl was playing it straight when it came to Grease in the first season, and I don't think he was in this. I think he was only in the second season, maybe a little bit, but it's still great to see him. And I like that as when we get to season 3, he's actually prospering. Well, the planet itself is prospering. It's great, and I really like it. And he plays the character as if he's like he's trying to go from being a mercenary or bounty hunter to a legitimate, some ways, politician. I know you're gonna say something about when's the last time we've had a legitimate politician, but in this case, it feels that way. And also, I think it's also doesn't he also provide Grogu with the IG-11?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where his impact in season 3 definitely helped a lot. And I even say this as someone who, even as someone who generally did not like season 3 of Mandalorian, he easily was probably one of, if not the best part of it. And it's kind of a shame that we're not really going to be able to see his character much anymore. From that, I kind of, in my mind, I just hope they don't like kill off this character. Like maybe they can just say he like retired or something, like something cool like that. I don't know.
I hope
But
so. Yeah, I hope so.
but either way, the big thing about it is that in spite of this great loss, Carl Weathers did live a really good life, and his impact within the entertainment world is gonna be felt for a very, very, very long time. So
I can imagine a lot
I
of the
mean,
actors. I can imagine a lot of the actors who worked with him, and especially the directors who worked with him, are gonna feel it the hardest because, from what I hear, he was actually really great to work with.
yeah, he always did come across as like a really nice, chill guy. Seems like, but yeah, I mean, the big thing is that it's sad that he's gone. It's just kind of, in a way, it just kind of feels like a kick in the balls of having another great legendary actor going on. I'm like, oh my, it's like there's that little like tempt of fate that I have in my brain going like, oh my gosh, who's next? Who's next? Please don't. Like we need to stop. If we can go the rest of 2024 without the death of any major actors, that would be great. Please and thank you.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, but
especially in the Star Wars camp, because we have already lost so many people with that.
we've lost too
And
many.
that
We've lost too many. That's the
We really
unfortunate part.
have.
I mean, granted, like Carl Weathers, his work has spread across multiple genres, but it's definitely the, I guess you could say, action uh, genre where he hit his stride. And it was funny because he talked about, like, he had a lot of respect for Arnold, and I believe he was also like very directly involved with like how the direction of Dylan's character specifically. It's really interesting, and also I think he also had like a hand in like how Dylan was to be killed off. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Predator was definitely an interesting film. In fact, there's a good chance that just out of respect for Carl Weathers, I'll probably take this time to watch like some of the Rocky movies and the first Predator, just out of respect, because those are the main two sources of media that I knew him from, like growing up. Like those were the main two things I knew Carl Weathers from, was like, oh, he's the guy from the Predator movie, or he's Apollo Creed from Rocky. So it's just it's like, probably just out of respect, I'll probably end up giving those movies a rewatch. And plus, they're just great movies in and of itself. So I mean,
Hell, the two Creed movies that I've heard of are actually really good, because I didn't even know that Apollo Creed had a kid. And it's great that, Rocky himself has transitioned just like Apollo did. He went from professional boxer to trainer. He's basically turning into his own mentor, Mickey, if you know your Rocky. Funny enough, it's funny because I think the best scene that I think Carl Weathers openly stated that the best scene that he got to film was the scene in Rocky 3 where they're just running across the beach. And that scene is just so good. It's like, how do you make a scene like that without making it campy? And they did it somehow. Not to mention um it uses the running, I like to call it the running theme. Um it's
yeah,
great.
the whole like da da
Yeah,
da da da
yeah,
da,
that thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
It's
yeah,
great. And also, yeah, it's
it's
great.
great.
Uh,
Yeah, but yeah, it's one of those things. Carl Weathers was always a treasure, and we're definitely gonna miss him. But we're glad that he at least got to live a full life, and luckily we know that his legacy is going to last for quite a long time, both through his personal family, his friends, the friends he's made through his acting career, and of course through the movies that he's in. And I guess in some ways that's kind of the beauty of being a movie actor, in a way, is like, in a way you're kind of almost immortalized, because even when eventually you pass away, your appearances in movies and all that stays, that doesn't go anywhere. So it's kind of like, in that way you're kind of almost immortalized. It's the same way how, probably one of the oldest examples I can think of that is like how Christopher Lee is kind of immortalized through Count Dooku a little bit.
oh well, not just Count Dooku, but
Well,
Saruman
yeah,
and
other
Saruman and all that. Yeah, but
yeah,
do you think
yeah.
wherever Carl Weathers is right now, he's he's like training to box somebody, or do you
Yeah,
think?
he's probably, I mean, I guess if you want to think about it from an afterlife perspective, maybe he's just in the boxing ring waiting for Sylvester Stallone, probably.
or
um,
or
either that,
or
or meeting, or in the military meeting room waiting for Arnold.
yeah.
But I'm sure wherever he is, you know, I'm sure that, in the life that's beyond heaven or whatever else, that he's living a good one. He lived a good life, and hopefully whatever lies beyond that is also good for him. So,
And
um,
before we end this video, though, here's a small montage that I put together of Carl Weathers' best moments, including our personal favorite, the Dylan, you son of a bitch, which everybody pretty much knows at this point, thanks to the existence of the meme. But yeah, just I hope that his family is doing okay, and I hope that um they're they're um they're doing okay and all that, and I hope that I'm sorry. Every time I do one of these videos, it's hard for me because it's a famous actor who has passed away, and it hits me personally. And I've never done it with another person, so it's difficult to put my thoughts into this. But I just hope that
Yep.
I hope that, like, I'm not trying to make a joke here, but I hope that both uh Sylvester Stallone and Arnold can put aside their differences and actually attend the funeral and pay their respects. I hope that that happens. I want that to happen. Like, that would be the greatest thing. That would probably be the greatest gift you could give to Carl Weathers.
Yeah, that much is probably true. But ladies and gents, that kind of wraps it up. We'll be closing the video with the montage. And yeah, we just want to thank you for sitting and watching this. As Ted Ponick kind of says, none of these videos are really ever professional. It's just kind of rambling on, and anyone who's familiar with my channel will already know that from the Michael Gambit. We forgot to mention Michael Gambit.
I did a video on him, actually.
Yeah, I know. I just meant like here when we were talking about famous actors.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. But for anyone who's seen that video, you all kind of know it's just kind of mostly just loosely talking about whatever comes to mind. So thank you all for watching, and hopefully the next video we make will be in a little bit of better spirits. So
agreed, yeah.
Thank you all, guys, and I hope you all have a great day.
We'll see you later.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Come on, we made a deal.
I know, but this is extremely crazy.
Yeah, it's mentally irregular, right?
Yeah.
But it makes all the sense in the world. Now, you owe me a favor.
I know, but what'd you think of this?
About 3 years ago.
Oh, this is very crazy, Apollo.
Look, Stallion. Now, look, when you run that last fight, you won by 1 second. You beat me by 1 second. 1 second. That's very hard for a man of my intelligence to handle.
Oh, is it? But didn't you say after I beat you, you learned how to live with it?
I lied.
Oh, you lied. So now you just gotta prove it to yourself,
Just
right?
for myself. No TV, no newspapers, just you and me.
Nothing, just you and me. Age before beauty.
Anything you say, Stallion.
I do all the work, okay? I'll tell you, Apollo, you better go slow, because you ain't as young as springtime no more.
I'm still young enough to whip your butt, Stallion.
Oh, yeah? Well, how you gonna do that? You taught me everything you know.
Almost everything. You gotta remember now. You fight great, but I'm a great fighter. Huh? You ready?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. You know, Stallion, it's too bad we gotta get old, huh?
Just keep punching, Apollo. Want to ring the bell?
All right. Ding, ding.